Hey guys, welcome to Coders Gateway. Today I'm going to explain how to get a last inserted record of in any subscription list of records. Something like in any services. Okay, there is a transactions and with subscriptions. That subscription is going to end of some some data. So these informations are keeping in single table. Okay, from that we have to use generally we will use group by to get that record, whether it is a maximum, I mean what is it, the last subscription record, I mean last inserted record of that particular user, individual user or something, customers or something. Okay, so here you can see that there is a transaction called there are 10 transactions, including the, there are list of customer IDs. For example, 100, there is a customer ID who have paid on 16th of December, and end of the subscription 16th January. So amount I have paid something like a 9999. Okay, so he have paid like a 1 and 2. He have paid 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, so if I wanted to get like what is the current subscriptions, his active subscription or his status of subscriptions, how to find out here? Okay, here we are not going to use a group by, but instead of that we'll be going to like we are going to use like a join, self join, actually self join. From that we will be going to get like last record of each customer. Okay, customer, and then we'll identify that, we'll get the status also, we'll going to write it at the end also. Okay, so here we will check it that, and it's very easy, but there is small logic behind that. If you are going to use group by, so what will happen, actually first record will always come to that thing. So and then you have to use like a subquery to make sure that what is the last value of this particular end of the subscriptions date or something like that, we have to take it. So better not to use group by in this particular condition. So here we will I am going to explain how to make it possible for this kind of things to get the final result with the last entry of each customers. Okay, so let's go ahead with that. Okay, so we can create a subscription transaction. Okay, subscription transaction. Okay, how many rows are there? Actually there we can see here 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so 5 records, I mean 5 columns. So we can create like ID. Okay, here we are going to give it like a auto increment for this. Then we are using like auto increment, so very primary key always actually. Then customer ID. Then we have to use like paid date, payment date or paid date. Okay, then end of subscription. Then we have to use subscription, we have to, then we have to use like a fee amount. Okay, or amount or something. Okay, nothing we are going to do, we are not adding any status in the things, because that status is will be going to be take it by dynamic. Okay, so we'll take it here. Actually customer ID, pay date is like a date, we can say end of the subscription, we can say the date, because the time we are not keeping here right now. And then amount also we are going to take it like integer. Okay, let it be like that, no problem. And we are going to use like a go save it. Okay, so simple. So now I'm going to insert some couple of record. Okay, I'm going to insert a record here. So as mentioned in this particular table. Okay, so same thing I'm going to insert, then only you can identify the final record, how to get the things. Okay, fine. So we'll insert record something like a one, it's auto increment, so don't worry about that thing. So 100 we are going to use it, right? Then we are using like 16th December. The 16th December we are going to use it, that's the last one. And so the end of the subscription will be like a January, January 15th or 16th. Okay, so we can consider like a 16th, no problem. And amount to something like that, there is something like a 3, something like, okay, fine. Okay, so we can manipulate like other information, like here like this. So simply we will be going to write all the information like 101 customer ID 101, and then we are using like a 16th and the 16th January, and then something. Okay, both are same. And one more thing is that we can write comma. We are using like another data 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, and 10, you can say that 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, so we are going to select a 9 record because already one has been inserted. Okay, so then third record is like a 103, then his time is like a 16th. Okay, no problem. And after that we are going to select one 501, then we are going to use 501, then we are going to use 16th 16th of something. Okay, no problem. And here we are going to use like again 100, and his time is going to change it into 2013 to 01 to 16th or 15th. Okay, 15th he have paid, and then his subscription is going to end like 20th of February. So 20th of February, and okay, fine, no problem. And here we are going to select then after the 100 is 103. His time is February 16, so 01 2003 23, and 16 is February 02. Okay, then after that there is a 101. 101 is the 16th February. Okay, 16th February, same. So we are going to use like a 02, then we are using like a 2023, then we are using like a 01, so 16. Okay, 16, okay, no problem. Then outer 11, 107, then we are going to use like 107, then we are using like a 2023, uh, this December. Okay, December 107 is like a December 22, December 2060. Okay, 12 2000. Okay, no problem, that's expired actually. Then 110 is like he joined on the December 16, and January 16 is going to be ended for that. That's it, no problem. And last one is like 100. Then he paid like today 2023, and today is February 2002. I mean 2-16. So I have paid for these things, and March is going to end it like March 3 and 2013 16th. Okay, fine. So data has been going to be insert here, has to be insert here actually. That's it. So I'm going to be use it like this one, something like that. Okay, so I'll check that 0 16 to 16, 0 16 to 16. Okay, 0 2001. Okay, 2023 16 to 16. Okay, no problem. So from this we are going to take like a data based on the I have to get like a last record of each customers. Okay, so I have to add a status as well. Okay, status as whether he has expired, or subscription has been expired or not. Okay, so very simple. So let me check it here. Okay, so what we can do that, we can keep it like one more duplicate record here. Okay, so we can keep it here. So I'm going to use like a splitting screen. I'm going to use like this. Okay, fine. From this I'm going to write a SQL code for this. Simple. Okay, so here I'm going to go, what if I'm going to use like a group by, what will happen this. Okay, so what we have to select from something like this, group by. Okay, group by what? Customer ID, customer underscore ID. What will happen actually, it always give like a first record of each one. Okay, so it's like a first record of each one. So we need a last record, so we cannot use like a group by and then that order by we cannot use it, because this particular order by will work after group by is done. Okay, so this order by will come for this particular record, output record only, it will come for this. Okay, so don't use particular things, and then this will be going to be change it in some other way actually. So there is something like then sometimes what will happen is that people will use like where condition. Okay, where condition something like maximum of, okay, maximum of that particular end of subscription, then we'll be going to compare with all the records for these things. Okay, so that's the problem, is that actually we are considering every record, whenever you are going to select each record, it is going to execute like a last record of each conditions. Okay, better not to use like a group by. Instead I can use like a self join. Okay, it's very simple. Okay, it's very simple to identify. Okay, just to see that. Okay, so I'm going to use like a order by what, customer ID, comma, and end of subscription. Okay, so now you can see here, you can see that okay. So now we can see there is something like a 10 record. Okay, I mean the third record has to come, and then seventh record has to come, and third, I mean 103 is a sixth record. I mean this record has to come, and seven, this record has to come, this record has to come, this record. Okay, fine. So what we need to do, that we are going to use like a simple join query. Okay, so we'll see now left join. Okay, left join. So same table we are going to use it here to join with. Okay, so I can use like alias, because that duplicate, I know a conflict might come there, so that we don't want to use like a same name there itself. Okay, so we can use like a T2. Okay, T2 is a table 2, and T1 is a table 1. Okay, fine, no problem. So time being, just avoid this particular order by, it doesn't, no need for this thing. Okay, so it's a left join on condition on T1. Okay, T1 dot T1 dot customer ID, customer underscore ID equal to T2 dot customer underscore ID. Okay, so this will make sure that this particular two table record, I mean these two record tables record. Okay, just consider like both are different table. Okay, but it's a unique, same table, but it's a self join. Okay, so consider that this is going to be compared with that each record. Okay, so that means 100 is like 100, 100 equal to 100, 100 equal to 100. Okay, so not going to join with any other record or customer ID. Okay, so here one more condition. Okay, something like if I am going to use like this one, that what will happen actually, it is going to be like a, and more says a cross join. So first record is going to connect with the other record, and the second record is connected with the other record, third record. So 3 times it's like a 9 record. 9 times it is going to connect with that. Okay, fine. So now what we can do, instead of that, in one more condition we have to add it. Something like there is a condition. Okay, either we can use like a ID, or we can use like a subscription, end of the subscription for this. Okay, how can we see it? And you can use like and. If you think that this record always in the order in the sense all the records are coming in that ID basis. Okay, then you can use like ID comparison. Okay, for example, T1 dot ID. Okay, should compare with the, okay, should compare with the greater than record of the second table's ID, T2 dot ID. So what will happen actually, the first record is going to be compared to the second record of customer ID. Okay, same customer ID, so it is going to compare that. What will happen actually in this case, that this particular just see that here. So in this case, what will happen actually, this ID is equal to match. I mean, customer ID is 100 to 100 matching, that's not a problem. So 100 to 100 over the matching. But one is going to be compared with 10. I mean, second table is 10. Okay, and 10 is going to compare with this one. Okay, the problem. Okay, so don't confuse all the things. Actually, here we can say that you can say if it is odd. Okay, customer ID, comma, ID. Okay, so we can see now. So this is actually the condition. So 1 is going to compare with 5 and 5 is going to compare with 10 and 10 always looking into that greater than greater than to that 10 actually. So what will happen is the 10th record won't get any record in second table. Okay, so it will produce null in that. Okay, let's see that now. So greater than so and so things, and then we can say the order by, we can consider order by cost t1 dot customer id comma t1 dot id. Okay, fine. So you can see now what is the output here. So it is very simple that you can see. So look at here. Okay, here the problem I have shown that. Okay, that's it. Here you can say 1 is going to greater than, okay, 1 is going to compare with 5. Okay, so there is a record will be there. Okay, there is a record will be there. Here the condition is 16. Okay, 12 to 16 is not null action. That we can consider T1 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 is the first table. Okay, this T1 is the first table, and here T2. Okay, it is going to compare with the T2 things and the left join. Okay, left join is the left record will always be there actually. T2. Okay, so ID should be greater than. Okay, should be greater than. Let's see that. Okay, now. Okay, here we go for this. Okay, fine. Yeah. So the condition is that the T2 ID should be greater than for this. Okay, the condition is that T2 ID that should be greater for this. T2 ID greater than for this, as you can see now, the fifth row. Okay, the ID, the 10. Okay, you can see the 1 is going to compare with the 5 and 1 is going to compare with the 10. Okay, no problem. So the second record, I mean first record is going to have like a record. The 5 record is having like a some record for this, but 10 doesn't have like any comparison for it. So it is going to be considered, it is going to consider like there is no greater than record, and we have used like a left join. Okay, we have used the left join. Automatically what will happen, just you can easily identify that what is the last record of each one. So very simple. So here is a 100. Hundreds is record is last record is null. So you can see here, and the seventh record. Okay, the second record you can see the thing. This record is this one already there actually, but 101 is that the next record. Next record doesn't have like a value for this. Okay. So end of the record never have a value because that ID is greater. Okay, the ID should be there actually. So T1 is going to compare with the T2 table. Okay, T1 is compare with the T2 table for this. Okay, so T2 table's record must be greater than for this here. Okay, so something here. So from this we can consider this what is a record you wanted from this. Okay, this null record. Okay, null record of the second table we can consider here actually. So how can we say that actually? We can take like a condition where t2 dot id is null. Okay, it's null. Just see that now. Where t2 dot id is null. t2 dot id is this value. We can see that where is the error actually that we can see now where. Okay, there is a order by should come after end. Okay, so not necessary because okay, yeah, let it be like that. So you have to use like here. So you can see now. So this is the last record. You can see now. So as I mentioned that there is a condition. There is a condition is going to be displayed based on these particular conditions. You can see now 10, 7, 6, 4, 8, 9. Okay, 4, 8, 9. So condition I have to given so and so things. Okay, no problem. So here you can 100 February 16. Okay, February 16 and 16 for this 2013. Okay, March, And finally, as I mentioned that, okay, you can see that this condition is the same. So the data aligned is separately because I have considered that a customer ID first. Okay, fine. So here there is no customer ID comparison here. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, we'll see now. So 501 is something like this. So final one. Okay. So finally, I'm going to be display conditions here. Okay, I'm going to display the conditions here. Something like, okay, T1 dot star comma T1 dot end of subscription. Okay, so we can see if end of subscription less than cur date, okay, comma less than cur date, what will happen actually is expired or active, then as status. Okay, so you can use like the code to make sure that it's a value for this. Go here, you can see it's done. So you can see that December is done, December is done, January is done, January is done, January is done, and here is active, and then 16th. So today's the date is 16th. So automatically this is going to consider like the, because current date is the 16th. That's why it is coming as a order. Okay. So if you wanted to see the current date, you can see the current date. Okay, as today date. Okay, today date. Go. So you can see here 16th. So if it is going to increase one more days, automatically it is going to be show something like expired. So simple. Okay. So this code I'm going to be, that SQL query, I'm going to place it in your that description box. You can get it that particular things. Okay, fine. So I can show you that this is, that's it. It's a very simple, and then there's a small logic, and we have to apply for this thing. This is a left join, we have to use it, and we have to make sure that this particular condition has to be proper for this. If suppose I'm going to compare the date, you can compare the date something like here, the date has to be greater than something like that. So similar that, if you are going to compare, sometimes that ID or it's not going to match something like that. So you can select one more conditions here. So instead of this, end of subscription. So instead of this, end of subscription. So both are will fire the same data, even though this actually this condition is going to consider, this particular condition is going to consider by date. Okay, this is going to consider if the transactions are sequence and proper. Okay, by ID. Okay, simple. So these details I'm going to be place it in a description box. Just check it. Okay, so you can see now the first condition and second condition is also here. So it's based on the date. Okay, sometimes the date or different, the transaction informations are different, so you have to compare with the date. So you can use like these particular conditions here. Simple. Okay, so I'm going to place it in a description. Please check it, and then if any queries and commands, please mention it. Thank you. Have a great day.